So welcome to the second match today between Property and Team Dignitas. There's the first map between the two sides, and of course Property is Swedish, but the organization is German, I believe. On the other side we have Dignitas, the household name in the CSGO scene, and of course in many different games. They recently switched their squad, but Fetish stayed with them, or maybe, well, he came back. They managed to win the knife round, and they will switch to the CT side on the first map. It wasn't their pick. Property picked Inferno, so let's see what the Swedes can do on the terrorist side. We just saw Virtus.pro with a very good terrorist performance, 12-3 in the first half. Maybe the Swedes can do the same to Dignitas, but I highly doubt it. I think this game will be really close, 60-40 odds in favor of Dignitas. So let's see what Property is up to. They're going for banana control and leave one in middle, and Kierby already opening up. Good aggressive move by the CTs to kind of pinch in the terrorists a little bit. They have two on top of banana, so the terrorists can't overextend over there. They are smoked off as well, so they're kept in the middle, and that's where Dignitas pulled the trigger from to make them move back into banana, and then they actually got caught off guard by Kierby on the push on banana. Good play by him. He's playing B with Fetish, and together they have kind of the youngster skill and the old school player experience, and together they will move away from the terrorist push. In control is the terrorist squad. Kierby with 2 frags, however Pov answers back with 2 of himself. It's a 2v3 situation. The CTs are still smoked off, but well, it is Property to hold on to the bomb that is planted. They try to take control of construction site, but they need to work together. They do it in a good fashion, but Pimp and AZ already snuck onto the bomb site and they are defusing it. And AZ will just hose them all down with Tech 9s. With a Tech 9. Team Dignitas on the defuse, and of course Pimp will do that. The Danes with the first round on the board. And we need to find out. Yeah, well, Sandstorm and Sandy aren't that far away from each other, that far apart, so well, Sandy is Sandstorm or Sandsorn. And Berg will be subways. So Dignitas with the first round on the board, they purchased all the rifles that they can afford. Fetish with a Nova, Nico with a Tech 9 that he has picked up, and Twist takes him out straight away. 4v3 situation. Suddenly Property with that pinching movement on the A bomb site, they get themselves the frags that they need. Pimp is all put down in the pit. Kierby moves back from library. He takes down 3 in 1 spray and makes it a 1v2 situation. Now Twist is all that remains from the terrorist squad, and he still didn't pick up the bomb. Fetish has spotted that on his way to the apartments, and Twist is still in there. Kierby has that angle covered. He now spots him on the way to the bomb. 25 seconds on the clock. Kierby smoking off a little bit. Awkward smoke there, and Twist will have 17 seconds to get to the B bomb site and plant it over there, and at the same time keep the CTs guessing where he goes. And he needs to hurry up. 9, 8. Let's see if he's able to do it in time. Yes, he can. The CTs still on the A bomb site. They have missed Twist. He slipped through their fingers. Now the Swede can turn the momentum into his team's favor with a 1-1 scoreline against the 2 CTs that are usually defending B. Now they are on a retake. Maybe they are a little bit rusty on a B retake. They move through the gap. Twist has spotted both of them. They have smoked off the bomb and they are on the defuse. Fetish goes straight for the defuse without checking anything. The bomb is ticking very, very fast. Kierby with his 4th kill, but he can't defuse the bomb anymore. Property will make it and will make it 1-1 in the anti-eco round. Great effort by the Swedish squad. They are moving into A from both directions, and the CTs were not prepared for that. In the end, Pimp was swarmed by three terrorists at the same time, and even though Kierby sprayed down 3 from library into pit, 3-man triple kill was looking so good, he couldn't make it happen in time for the defuse. Property with that round on the board and instant AWP for Schneider. Well, Dignitas have dropped a player. Awkward timing for them, of course, but maybe it kind of helps them to regain control and to, you know, calm themselves, talk to each other, calm each other down and all that. And of course the recent matches of Dignitas have been mixed a little bit. They played against Volgare in the PGL, they won against them, but they couldn't qualify against Aligon in the end. So the Dignitas squad have missed one of the bigger leagues that is going on right now, and they will be mad about that. They want to make something happen in the game, in the Go Champions League, of course. And they can't afford to lose rounds like that against Property. And the CTs go down 2-man already. Well, what was that? That was really weird looking, but the CT's in control of Bananas. At least they have something to work on. And Kierby once again with a double kill. Twist and Berg on the rotation to the A bomb, so they will plant the bomb over there, but the CTs pick up all the weaponry that the terrorists have lost in bottom of Banana. Now Dignitas has a very hard decision to make. Should we retake that bomb set against 2 armored and probably equipped terrorists, or should we just stay back and keep those rifles? And the CTs go for the retake, of course. Twist catches an 8 down to 48, but he picks up a headshot against Pimp as Kierby inches forward into the deeper bomb site. He gets himself the headshot against Berg and goes down to Twist, but AZ's on the defuse already. Twist makes his way forward and he finds the frag. 2-1. Twist once again the man of the round, winning it for the Swedish squad with the German flag, making it 2-1. Dignitas now reeling on the CT side. They had such a good start, and AZ is lagging. Well, not lagging anymore. So let's see what is happening next. Well, he's definitely not lagging with us with a ping of 17. I'm still... the flag of Property will be switched. But somebody talked about that in the admin channel. But I didn't really read it. It was just in the corner of my eye, you know what I mean. Trying to find that message right now. But well. There is some mistake, of course. But Dignitas have lost AZ, now that I said that he's definitely not lagging with a ping of 17. he timed out, so the ping was lying to us. So I can walk you through the past matches of Dignitas and Property. Of course, first off, Dignitas. With a not so successful run in the PGL, they went to the quarterfinal. I said it already. Then they won against G-Play. Then they have won against Vulgare, excuse myself, and lost against Aligon in the game that determines who will move on forward. 2-1 scoreline, so it was close, but they lost it, and that's what matters in the end. Then they played against G-Play in the SLTV Star Series 12. Yeah, reading Roman letters. In the 12 Star Series, and they lost that match 2-1 as well. Mirage went 16-14 in favor of G-Play, then 16-9 on Dust 2 for Dignitas, and a 16-12 scoreline on Inferno for G-Play made them go through to the next round. If I'm not mistaken, it was the last chance qualifier. G-Play went on to fight against Hellraisers and went down 2-0. So Dignitas lost the first round of the SLTV Star Series last chance LAN qualifier final. It is a really cool but very complicated tournament format for the SLTV Star Series this time, but it is interesting and it provides a lot of games for the teams, of course. Now, Dignitas are back, and we are ready to unpause. At least Property is ready to unpause, as he still has a few problems with the ping. To the other team, it's just that butterfly knife in the background. So let's move on. Dignitas in the ESL won Katowice main qualifier, lost against Kaboom in their last match, I believe, and Kaboom qualified. Now they are named Plate Stars. And Dignitas lost against Voxy Minor as well. 16-13 against the Australian squad of Voxy Minor on Inferno. And 16-3 on Inferno against Kaboom, the Brazils. The Brazilians, yeah, the Brazils. Right. So Dignitas was not... They had mixed results in the past few weeks. But I have to say they used a stand-in the place of Fetish. It was Sandin. Sandin played for Copenhagen Wolves. They used a stand-in for Fetish, and it definitely showed in their performance. So this time Fetish is back, the experienced in-game leader. So the squad should be back to full performance, but maybe they need to warm up a little bit right now, as they are maybe not used to playing with each other anymore. Now let's talk about Property on the other side. They have mixed results as well. Mainly the same mixture of results. They lost against Navi 16-10 in the ECA Season 18, and I will go on about that later on. Dignitas now on a 4-spy with three rifles, a Deagle for Fetish and a Max 7 for AZ, and Schneider with a Tech 9, but he gets taken out by Kierby, who's got himself the 11th frag already in 3 rounds, basically 4 rounds right now. With, just imagine that, it's basically 4 frags per round. Now Property separated from each other by the incendiary nade. They are prone to push through. Twist hops onto the flames. He passes through them. Pov goes down to 22 HP, but Berg is already down in the construction site. He takes down Kier by Fetish, gets taken out by Twist. Nico tries to recover control of construction site with a frag onto onto Berg, and a 3v3 situation evolves. AZ goes down to Sandy, and it's a 2v3 now. The terrorists are down on low HP, but the CTs don't know that, or don't know the exact amount of HP. So they are working together. They're trying to find themselves a frag, but the terrorists stay away. Now Pov peeks forward. He goes down for that, but Nico on the defuse. Now this could actually happen, but Pimp goes down to Twist. Nico just needs to find those frags. He finds them with 2 nice headshots, but it's too late for the bomb. It will explode and take out everyone. Clean sweep round. Property with a 3rd on the board. And this time Kierby and Fiddish were surrounded by terrorists through the smoke. Team Property pushed them from every direction. They couldn't hold on to the B bomb site together, and they did not do enough damage to the Swedish squad that moved in. So then it was Nico getting some control back, but then he fell. He fell to the bomb as he couldn't defuse it in time. Team Dignitas back on a real save. P250s for 2. A Deagle for Kierby, but he's just got a massive amount of frags and he can afford that Deagle just because of that. Property with a 5 rifle lineup. They take it slow. They try to gain control of all the parts of the map that they like to abuse. And one of them is Banana, where they are very defensively set up. The other 3 players are working on apartments, and that is always a risky move to send one in to apartments without support. He goes down to a P250 headshot, and Pimp has his AK in the hands, so he can use that to wreak some more damage to the terrorist squad. And they are down to low HP already. Pov on 16, Schneider on 47. This is nothing that Dignitas can't do. Well, they walk into the AK of Berg, who makes it a 4v4 situation. Now the terrorists are trying to get the A bomb set under control, but Pimp is still in there with another AK headshot onto Schneider. AZ takes down Pov. It's turning south for the terrorists as they are down to 12 and 26 HP against 3 CTs. Sandy got himself the frag onto Pimp. He removed one of the rifles, but they all have picked up rifles. And look at Kierby with a double kill onto Sandy and Berg. They are perfectly lined up for him, and once again he gets a double kill in the round and makes it 3-2. Good save round by Dignitas, and all that kick-started thanks to the frag of Pimp in apartments. Property had Twist checking that out alone without any support. His teammates were around middle, and well, Pimp shot him in the face. He picked up his AK. He took down 2 more players. Another frag with that, and of course Kierby moved in from A long to take down 2 more with that spray. Now on the other side we have Property on a save round with a take 9 for Sandy and Berg, P250 for Twist and Pov, and Schneider with the stock gun. Just inspecting that a little bit. Let's see what that Glock can do for him. At the moment the water elemental can't extinguish the fire, so his squad needs to wait a little longer, but that 5-man B bomb site train by Property through the smoke they go. Kierby invites them to meet his AK, and then he goes down to Twist's P250, but Nico with the AWP regains control. 3v3 situation. The terrorists will plant the bomb, but they got themselves at least 1 AK. That gets reloaded by Twist just in time to meet Nico. 20 HP remaining for the AWP player. The CTs need to pick up the pace a little bit. They can't waste too much time on construction site. They need to get in there and get those frags as well. As AZ takes on Twist, it looks good for the CTs, but Berg with a refrag onto Nico. They are now caught in between 2 terrorists. AZ gets himself some breathing space and casually starts defusing the bomb while Pimp is dancing around on the fountain to take out Schneider and make it 3-3. But a very, very costly round for the CTs. That was, and it could have gone either way. Once again, Kierby and Fiddish didn't look too good against that anti-eco round, or against that eco round of the terrorists. Kierby got 1 frag, but then it was over for the CTs. Property now on rear rifles, posed by Nico's AWP. Berg with a very nice looking jump there onto the ledge, trying to get another angle into apartments, but it's not happening. Everything is still on default right now. As we have Twist facing off with nobody right now. He's just controlling. Oh, Twist with that 180-degree AZ headshot. Looking good in apartments. Learning his lesson against Pimp. And now he got everything covered. 4v5 situation now in favor of Property, who can abuse the fact that they just took out one of the A defenders. And they can force a rotation to the CTs. They can go back to B or then stay on the A bomb side. It is up to their liking what they want to do with the round 7. Twist is still hanging out in middle to keep the CTs from pushing into the back of the terrorists, and the rest of the squad lines up the B bomb side attack. It is the weakest spot of Dignitas right now, and it's certainly not because of Kierbai, but more or less because of the bad timing that the CTs had over there. Now the terrorists are moving through. Berg gets sent into CT spawn. He catches. Oh my god, he does get caught by Kierbai. Kierbai with a second frag, but in the meantime, the rest of the squad made their way to the A bomb site, and they actually planted the bomb. Really swift move by Property to split it up on B and A and actually make so much noise that the CTs were completely fooled. Kierbai down to 5 HP. He got himself the 2 frags on B, but it just doesn't help for him, as he needs to save his rifle for the next round. Property back on track with that rifle round, making it 4-3. Back. Oh, well, look at the CTs. A CZ75 for Fetish and a AWP for Nico. And he's taking it to middle, being smoked off. Won't actually help his teammate right now. He needs to be patient, make himself shine against the 5 terrorists that are once again going in very fast on the A bomb side. Nico dinks him. Sandy goes down. Now it's his teammate in some trouble. It's Twist. Between the CT squad, the CTs actually rotate to the A bomb side, and Twist might get himself a frag. No, he moves back into the smoke and calls in for some help of his teammates. And now there are 3 terrorists in middle, opposed by 4 CTs, but the bomb is still in Banana. Still not committed to any bomb site. Schneider tosses in a nade to the corner. Fetish goes down to 54 HP. He needs to watch out. Pimp goes into middle for the peek, for the information. He goes to work though on 2 headshots. Schneider and Pov get disposed of as Twist jumps Fetish in the face. It's a 2v4 situation. Nico down to 15 now, and he's just watching the smoke, expecting somebody to move through that, but Berg and Twist are still on the A short. And there is Berg with that frag onto Pam. Nico quickly adjusts his angle and takes him out in turn. It's AZ, the next target for Twist, and AZ picks him up as Twist picks up the bomb. 4-4. Property. Dignitas will not allow Property to take it away and take the lead. They are keeping them close, just like a sibling. Maybe they will strangle them in their hug, as the Danes are trying to take control over the map. Property with a save round now. Tech 9 for Schneider, P250 for Berg and Twist. And of course Subways is Berg, if you haven't figured out right now. Sandy is Sandsorn. And it is Pimp there with the FAMAS on the A bomb side, putting down 2 together with AZ. He keeps it under control, and he's actually denied the retreat by his teammate. Needs to utilize his USP and take out Schneider. Unlucky movement there. If there were any rifles on the terrorist squad, Pimp would have been dead, as he was trying to get around that corner. His teammate blocked his way, and he just barely got out alive with that USP frag. 5-4. The terrorists back on rifles and a little 4-4. 4 AKs for the rest of his squad, so they probably keep Pov a little further back and just have him, in case anything goes wrong, he can pick up an AK and have the stronger rifle, and he can cover himself and his teammates with that Galil. Terrorists take control of apartment, and they force the CTs to retreat from that part of the map. So now they have second mid and apartments under control, but they don't have control over B. As you can see, it's still smoked off, and NiKo with that AWP will try to close him out on middle. He takes out Twist and flashes out. His teammate tries to regain control, but Fetish is just standing in the open. Sandy takes him out easily. Now Pov gets flashed. The chance to take out NiKo is denied for the Swedish player. And Property moves back into the deeper parts of middle, trying to get another frag. But Kjaerbye has everything covered. He just moves far enough to have information, but not too far. And he gets a nice angle there. Double kill for Kjaerbye once again, stepping it up for Dignitas, as the Swedes still gain control of Banana. They are not fast enough to get control of B, but they are now smoking off NiKo, sending one through the smoke. Schneider surprises Pim close by, but NiKo with a nice AWP shot takes him out, makes it a 2v1 situation. Berg planted the bomb, and now he's holding on to that with 40 HP and his AK. He's moving nicely around the CT's position. He's getting them in the back in a second. He takes out... Oh, well, AZ was not even playing. I didn't realize. I thought there must be another CT around, but it's AZ lagging out in pit. What an unfortunate turn of events for Dignitas. Berg just scanning construction site, winning the round against basically only one player there. But Property draw the game at 5 each. And Kjaerbye is really mad right now, rightfully so. Fetish with 0 frags and 8 deaths. 19 frags for Kjaerbye on the other side. The extremes of the squads. The same goes for Property basically. 2 frags for Schneider and 12 for Twist. So there are quite a few gaps between the players right now. And Kjaerbye could have won that match already. Sometimes 19 frags are enough to be in the middle of a squad when it's 16 to 12 or something like that. You know, Kjaerbye already has 19 frags in 10 rounds. It's 2 kills every single round. Roughly, of course. It's not exactly 2 kills, but you can do the math with your calculator in Windows or Mac or whatever you use. 3 assists on top of that, looking very good, the young talent of Dignitas. And on the other side, Property not allowing Dignitas to move away with the scoreline, and Fetish says they're getting a stand-in. So that is really unlucky for Dignitas. Fetish wasn't able to play for a long time. Now AZ has some internet problems, and they are really troubled with those DDoS and all that. But let's take a look on the distribution of rounds. First round in favor of Dignitas. Then they were upset by that Tech 9 play by Property. 3 rounds in a row for the Swedes, and then the CTs picked up the pace with their save round. And they won 2 rounds in a row, then got denied the 3rd round by the terrorists. And once again, the terrorists were moving back or losing control of the map, but Dignitas now once again lost control over it, and they are not looking too strong on the economy. Well, Kjaerbye has 6k, but that's just due to his massive frag count, so they can squeeze out something. NiKo doesn't necessarily have enough money, and they are looking at a weak buy. At the same time, we have the terrorists with full rifles again. Galil for Pov, and there is an AWP drop for Schneider. Even though he didn't have any frag highlights or anything right now, sometimes it's just because you can't shoot anyone if you don't spot them. And if they get taken out before you can spot them, well, there's not much that you can do about that. And on the other side, if you're the only one left on your squad, it's amazingly hard to rack up a few frags with that. So now let's check the stand-in out. Oh, it's Freeze. So Freeze is a very worthy stand-in for Dignitas right now. He got dropped. Oh well, no, he didn't get dropped, but he was the guy that made his squad have a stand-in for a long time. And now he got dropped by his squad on top of everything. And let's see, Fetish and Twist with the first frags over at the B bomb site. Kerbai needs to do the work, but he doesn't do it. And the Terra's in control of the B bomb site. 3v3 situation. Pov down to 15, Berg down to 43. It's going to be hard, but the CTs, well, they are already there. They are on the doorstep, but they are smoked off. So Team Property still has some time to work with. As Sandy quickly got the information that there's nobody coming from Banana. The terrorists can focus on CT spawn and construction site. There is Freeze coming in through the smoke, taking out Sands. It's a first frag for him, and Sneeko takes out Berg. And Pov is the last man standing, and he's behind the smoke, and he gets taken out by Freeze in the end. Not quite sure what Pov was trying to do. He probably was counting the seconds, trying to waste as much time as possible for the CTs, and trying to get that instant headshot through the smoke as soon as he stepped around the corner. He only had 14 HP, so he couldn't actually get in there with his whole body and make anything happen from that. He needed to play it cheeky, and it didn't work out, so Dignitas back in the lead. But only one round between them and their counterparts from Sweden. Property with a P250 save round. And Team Dignitas with the right choice to take Freeze as a stand-in. He already got himself two good-looking frags. Sneeko goes down to Pov, who picks up the rifle. Pimp takes out Twist, but he's down to 15 HP. Dignitas needs to watch out to not give away another save round. Now Fetish regains control of the A-long area with two frags. Great shot onto Pov, taking out that rifle, but goes down to Berg. It's a 2v3 now in favor of the CTs, but Property, well, they need to figure out where to actually go. Kerbai is in Speedway. He takes out Berg, and Sandy with a refrag onto him, making his way to the B bomb site with that bomb on his back. He's not quite sure where the CTs are at right now, and he will waste a lot of time checking the corners, and now just tries to plant the bomb and goes down to Freeze from CT spawn. Sandy not able to take it in his hands, but a very, very nice eco round by Property. With those P250s, they took out 3 CTs and at least keep the money low for Team Dignitas right now. So basic setup for the terrorists right now, and just having two players control apartments, and there it goes, the first frag in favor of Team Property in this crucial round. They want to fight their way back into this game, and this is a key round for them to make that happen. Well, they don't necessarily need to fight their way back, as they already have 5 rounds on the board. That's a big number for a terrorist side, but they can make that a even bigger number. And of course they are trying to do that, and if they could do that right now, Team Dignitas would need to save, and then Property could make it 7-7, maybe even 8-7. Let's see if the Swedes can do that. They have everybody in position for the A execution. They just try to have Pov cause some trouble over at the B bomb site and cause a rotation by Team Dignitas. Let's see if the Danes fall for that. Yes, Fetish picks up the rotation. He picks up the gun. Now he's out of position. Freeze gets himself the frag nonetheless, but Twist and Schneider quickly clean up the A bomb site. Fetish is the last man standing on there, and he just doesn't get the frag onto Sandy, who's still alive with 3 HP. Kerbai and Fetish on the rotation. They won't make it. They won't do it. They need to save their rifles, and the team property win another round. They are trading blows back and forth. Look at that, 2 CT rounds, 1 terrorist, 2 CTs, 1 terrorist, 2 CTs, then there will be a terrorist. And maybe we will see another round in favor of the terrorists in this one. After this one, as the CTs have 2 rifles, they can actually buy a few upgraded pistols, and Kiabai could drop. Let's see what is happening over at the CT spawn. No drops. Nothing happening for Team Dignitas. They rather get a full buy going in the next round instead of trying to get anything between them and their counterparts in this one, and then wasted chances to buy up in the upcoming round. Twist now goes to work onto Kiabai, and Sandy disposes of Freeze, who was trying to get his hands onto the rifle. Maybe a little bit too greedy, but Twist and Sandy are down to 28 at 1 HP. 3v5 situation. The CTs can still make it costly if Fetish steps it up with his M4A4. Team Dignitas with a 3-man stack over at the A bomb site, and Pimp just turned the wrong way against Schneider, who takes him out easily, making it a 2v5. Now Fetish checks out the A bomb site together with Nico, but there's nobody around anymore. The terrorists have long forgotten about the A bomb site. They have abandoned that. They rotated towards B, and they will plant the bomb over there with 4 of their players. And now Nico on the hunt for a rifle. He picks that up and he takes out Schneider. Good work by Nico to encircle Schneider. Schneider just was there to take out the rifles. Now at least the terrorists know where the 2 rifles are at. But it's not real rocket science to know that they are over at the A bomb site. Property tries to remove those guns from the CT's hands, of course. Let's see if they can do that. Berg is going forward into boiler room. He spots Fetish. Straight headshot for him. Good work against Fetish. 1v4 situation. Nico is way too far away from anyone to pick up his rifle. And Property will draw the game 7-7. Going into the last round of this first half on the first map in this best of 2. And a lot of people have asked, what is a best of 2? Well, it's basically 2 separate best of 1s played right after each other. So, if of course, if one map goes to one team and the other map goes to the other team, it will be a draw. So the skins will get returned on CSGO launch. Now Dignitas with the buy that they wanted to go with. Fetish on a weak CZ 75, but it's not actually a weak CZ 75. In the right hands, it can still do some really good damage onto the terrorists. And now Property gains control of middle. They have control of the apartments. They could execute on the A bomb site if they want to. And, well, it looks like they want to, but Freeze with a good position to take out Twist. It's a 4v5 now. Dignitas need to win this round, and they are looking good right now with another frag on the A bomb site for Nico. Berg fights back, makes it a temporarily 3v4, but look at that. Nico just racks up those kills from Pit. Good job by him. 8-7 in favor of Dignitas. Heading into the second half between the two teams. The second map will be Nuke. And it is the choice of Dignitas to play Nuke. Inferno was the pick of Property. Taking a look at the scoreboard, we see 22 frags for Kiabai in 16 rounds. He was sitting at 19-10. Great performance by him. On the other side, we have 3 for Fetish and 7 for Freeze, who only died twice and only played 3 or 4 rounds, if I'm not wrong. Property with 16 for Twist. And the other extreme for Schneider. Property now on the CT side, and Team Dignitas with a slow approach onto this pistol round. They're not going for any 5-man train. Trying to go into the A or the B station. Taking it really slow right now. And going forward into apartments, and it looks like Property have the right guess. They have Berg and Schneider. Oh, now Berg removes himself from the situation, and Schneider gets flashed horrifically. He retreats and gets himself the shot onto Nico. Now he's pushed by all the terrorists, and they are planting the bomb at the same time, using all the fuss that they create with the push as cover, and ending up in a 3v3 situation. Team Property on the rotation, and everybody's coming from long. The terrorists trying to cover themselves. Twist and Kierby exchange frags. Kierby goes down to Pov. It's a 1v2 now. And there is Freeze. The stand-in can't make it happen. The bomb is ticking faster and faster, but Pov will make it in time. What a close round by Property. Winning it, of course, enables them to win the lead as well. And well, if it doesn't go the other way around, if Dignitas win this anti-eco round, it could of course turn the momentum around, but they planted the bomb, so they go for a full save right now to afford the weapons in the upcoming round. And Property with 3 FAMASs, 1 M4 and a P2 and a P90 in the hands of Schneider. And trying to hold on to the Bananas. Pov smoking himself off and retreating into the arms of his teammates just for now, trying to slow the terrorists down. Twist goes to work with his FAMAS, and a flash. Nice work by Twist there. Second frag for the round. Finish with 1, but Pov with a second of his round, making it a 1v4. Now Fetish draws it back to a 1v3 situation, and he goes down to Sandy in the end. There was not much of a chance for him to clinch it. 9-8 in favor of the Swedes from Property. And Dignitas, as I said, with that full buy, 5 AKs, almost full grenades for everyone except for Freeze and Nico. And on the other side, Property chose to upgrade their rifles, of course. They know that they are up against AKs, they need to do something, and Twist is there with his opening frag onto Freeze. Kierby, however, dings Schneider straight away as he was coming around the corner, sprays his brains onto the roof and makes it a 4v4 situation. Property trying to keep control of apartments, but they are flashed out. Sandy and Berg retreat, and so are the terrorists retreating into Banana, trying to make it happen over there. Pimp and Kierby still hanging back, covering each other basically, as Kierby goes through the underpass. Sandy and Berg go for the information in apartments. Now Berg should call out, and the CT is on the rotation already. Now it's all up to Pov if he can hold on to the B bomb site long enough for his teammates to be there to support him, and he retreats into the deeper bomb site parts into the corner. Dignitas still very slowly inching forward. Twist is there through the smoke. He goes on to Pimp and Kierby. 3 frags for Twist. Sandy puts down 1, and the second one will fall in front of him as well. 10-8 in favor of Property. What a great round by the Swedes. Good mid-round calling. Good call by Pov to be here and then flash himself out of this position, get into the deeper side, and have his teammates take over from CT spawn. And that was just great team play. Pov didn't even need to do anything on the B-bomb side. It was all his teammates show, and now the CTs on more or less rush down the middle. Pov under some pressure, and he will go down to Kierby. Kierby is just looking like he's the only guy that actually wants to win that game right now for Dignitas. The rest is just falling behind a little bit. Nico with the frag onto Sandy, and it looks like that aggressive play by the CTs did haunt them in the end. Dignitas quick to plant the bomb over at the B bomb site. Once they had Pov on his heels, they just needed to plant the bomb and smoke off Banana. Berg and Schneider now saving their weapons, and Team Dignitas win an echo round to make it 9-10, and a very close game between the two teams. 60-40 the odds on CSGO Lounge, and they couldn't reflect the outcome of this match better than that. Schneider with 1 frag to end the round in the end. but Dignitas inching forward, getting closer. 1 round separating the two teams. 26 frags for Kierby, 22 for Twist on the other side. And it's quite funny to see two individual players perform so good and the respective teams perform equally even on the frags. Now let's see if Pimp has the CT on his back on the radar. Ah, well, Sandy goes to work here with a double kill, but he doesn't know that there's one in his back. Schneider is the guy to step it up and make it a 3v3 situation. Then it was a 3v2 thanks to Twist's frag onto Freeze. And Nico and Fetish left to pick up the pieces of their squad. They're trying to do that on the A-bomb site. Pov is rotating into CT spawn to get a better angle and maybe get to library to help his teammate Schneider, who's still on the balcony. Nico and Fetish still guessing where they should go. Nico at least has the long range advantage, but they don't know that Pov is coming in from behind. They need to plant a bomb. At least there is Pov chiming in with the first frag. Now Fetish knows that there's one in library. He expects one to be around the apartments, and now they got him confused completely. Those flashes were drawing the attention to the other direction, and Schneider moved in from the back to take him out. Great team play by Team Property to not allow Dignitas to make it 10-10, but keep them away. Just 2 rounds. Dignitas with a save round right now. Tech 9 for Kierby. P250 for basically everyone except for Fetish. And the Swedes should gain momentum right now, but we saw them give away an eco round already. Now Twist wasting his chance, but getting the second frag. Then taking the second chance, getting his frag, then a second one for him, and Berg takes over coverage of middle. Everybody gets his spite, and everybody gets fed by the terrorists. 12-9, no problem for the CTs to take care of this eco round. And now they are back against rifles. Khalil for Fetish, but the rest of the squad is feeling quite happy with their rifles. AWP for Nico. And we are yet to actually see him go huge with it. He did a few, he got a few frags with it on the CT side, but I don't actually remember seeing him take out massive amounts of CTs on the terrorist side. Now Dignitas baits the CTs into peeking forward, and a good pop flash prevents the teammate from going down. Nico goes down to 38 HP. Close call for Dignitas. That pop flash was perfectly timed and perfectly played by Team Property, and it keeps them alive and gets them the information as well. Now the Swedes are under pressure in apartments, but they are not really taking care of that anymore. They had their apartment aggression already, with Schneider taking out Kierby in that one situation, and that was really good. And Property decides to not overly overstate and overplay that apartment control. Now Berg with a cheeky push mid-round, something that wasn't expected by Dignitas. Schneider with a frag onto Kierby. It's a 5v4, 5v3, now 3v4 situation in favor of the CTs, who are now gaining control of the A-bomb site with another frag of Schneider against Freeze. Pimp gets himself the frag that he needed to get the opening on the A-bomb site, but Fetish, nice frag there for him as the CTs are moving around short. Great play by the CTs. Property moving around so fast. It wasn't expected by the terrorists, and the CT rotation was quite long, but it came just in time to prevent the terrorists from planting the bomb. Good effort though by Pimp and Fetish. Pimp with those 2 frags and Fetish with 1 as well. Sadly for the Danish squad, it didn't work out. Tech 9 for Kierby now, and P250s for the rest of the squad. Another save round, and they try to carry it to the B bomb site. They get 1 frag at least, but Pov takes out Kierby to make it a 4v2. And Berg is already on the backstab. Won't happen though, as Pov and Sandy take out Freeze and Fetish. 14-9. 2 more rounds to go for Property to get their first point in the Go Champions League. And of course, I hope you enjoy this exchange of rounds as much as I do. It was a very, very tense match until the past 3 rounds, basically, as Property inched away from Dignitas. But Dignitas could have equalized the score count to 10 each. Now they're trying to fight their way back, and they need to win 7 rounds in a row to actually win the match. And they're looking good in this one with the opening frag onto Berg. Pimp gets himself another one onto Twist in the apartments. The A-bomb set is weakened to only 1 more player. And Fetish has his number already. Sandy is there. The terrorists just need to make their move. And sometimes I feel it's Dignitas' problem that they are too slow when they should be a little bit faster. Of course, it's easy for me to call stuff like that, as I know where the CTs are at. But on the other side, sometimes you just need to do something that looks like a mistake, and actually nobody expects you to do that. Maybe you know what I'm trying to get to. 2v4 situation. Dignitas in control of the A-bomb side, and Sandy and Schneider, of course, want to save their rifles for the next round. 14-10 the scoreline will be when the bomb blows up. And now Dignitas could go for the rifles, but they expect the CTs to be able to buy up anyway, so there's no real reason for them to throw away their own economy. And the Danes are just building up the momentum again. And yeah, well, what I wanted to say before was that sometimes you just need to go for a bold move to surprise your opponent and to kind of break the image that you get. When you have played 5, 6, 7 rounds, you kind of build up a certain image, like a pop star. You know, Taylor Swift is the humble next door girl, and Lady Gaga is the freaky, crazy girl or something like that. You build images like that, and sometimes those moves break the image and they confuse the enemy, not only in the 1 round but also in the forthcoming rounds, as they don't know what to expect anymore. Now let's see what Property can expect on Banana. They didn't expect that frag to happen. Twist with the nade onto Freeze, even though the CTs were on the receiving end of the exchange until that point. They drew it back and actually got themselves out on top with a 4v5 situation. Now Property can lean back a little bit. They can let their smoke work for them. Burn time off the clock of Dignitas. And the Danes need to figure out where the opening on the CT side is right now. As the Swedes are juggling players around. They have one in library right now. It's Schneider with the AWP. Reasonable choice to put him over there. And we have a bit of a lag there on the GoTV, but that won't keep Dignitas from getting back on top of main. Gaining control of that, of course, is a key point to execute on the A-bombs, but maybe they are going for the B split even. And there is Pimp going to work onto Schneider on library, but Twist is quick to reply with 2 frags, and he gets taken out by Fetish. And we are in a 2v3 situation as Nico moves forward to the B bomb site. They have the bomb and they just need to get the control of the bomb site. Nico already spotted the arm and he takes the shot, but a little bit too late. Sandy is there to reply, makes it a 2v1 situation. Now Fetish needs to hold on to the planted bomb against 2 CTs and he's flashed to death. He goes for the first shots, he just can't make it against Berg, who quickly turns his aim around and puts a bullet to the head of the experienced player. 15-10 it will be. Dignitas with a decent chance, a good call to execute the B split over there, but they certainly didn't expect Twist to take down 2 from the back, or actually it was from Speedway, I believe. That was so well played by Twist. He is the guy that repeatedly does the unexpected, and he just keeps his teammates in the game and his enemies on the heels. Dignitas with an AWP for him now that Nico couldn't afford it, or maybe they discussed that. Sandy with a swift aggressive move takes out 3 before he gets taken out by Nico, but Freeze and will be taken out by Berg. It's a 16-10 win in favor of Property. That last round was so fast. And Twist must have had something like 28 frags or something like that. 30 frags for Kierba, even though his team lost. What a performance by him. He was at 19 frags at 10 rounds. So that was definitely the point when Kierba stopped performing as good as he did. It kind of fell apart for Dignitas.